identify as either.
How are you guys?
I'm Syd.
I'm Olivia.
Together we're Syd and Olivia, and we talk some shit.
Welcome to Syd and Olivia Talk Shit. Before we start...
Today's a very special episode.
Today's a very special episode, and I would like to say, I just watched the drunk episode.
Oh.
And it's my goal this episode to let our guests say a full sentence.
Oh my god!
As many times as possible. Because turns out, we were talking about what kind of drunk are you? Turns out I am a rude drunk. And yeah, we have our second
You're not
guest
rude,
today.
You're just excited.
I'm an excitable drunk that doesn't like when other people talk.
And I'm tired and I love my dad.
These are good things.
So here's the thing. So today our guest is, I can't even, I'm like, I have no
Brain
words.
explosion.
Brain explosion. So our guest today is my childhood hero and yours, star of Even Stevens, Kim Possible, Cadet Kelly, all the good ones.
All the good ones.
Literally, I can't even believe it.
Gem of a human being.
Gem of a human being.
Hot mom.
Hot mom.
And all of the above.
All the above. Today we have Christy Carlson Romano. 3 names. She's got 3 names.
And they're all beautiful.
You're damn straight. I got 3 names.
Christy, how are you? How's it been?
Oh, I'm good. I'm under-caffeinated. I can always use more caffeine. I'm just sitting here chatting with you fine ladies. I'm very happy to do the podcast because, I'm actually a super fan of yours. We connected.
Insane.
It's for real though. Like, you're funny and you're hot and I love you and that's that. I mean, and you're friends. Like, that's what's so cool about it too, is that you guys are friends and you're like helping each other. Like, by coming together, you're making amazing comedy and like, that's so rare. We don't see like women coming together to make funny moments, much less just one funny woman, right? So like, you guys are doing great things. So I'm proud of you.
Incredible.
Thank you so much.
You're incredible.
Welcome to the duo.
And we're
It is
obsessed
now a
with you.
trio.
Yeah.
Yes, I
a
know.
big trio
This
now,
is
so
actually my
good.
unofficial application to be a part of it all. So, and we did a great TikTok. We did a great TikTok together.
Yeah,
We did.
You're accepted in. So now it's called Syd and Olivia and Christy.
Yeah,
and
I love
that's
that.
just what it is.
That's-
Actually, I think it should be Syd and Olivia and Christy Carlson
That's
Romano.
what I was just
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
say. You took the three
Okay,
words
good.
out of my mouth. Yes.
Good,
you
good,
get,
good,
you
good,
get
good.
full name. Okay, so this is like wild for us, like truly wild.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need to start by just getting into like how you started as a Disney icon.
Yeah.
Like we need to know like how did you get into the Disney game and become Christy
So
Carlson
iconic.
Romano?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I started in musical theater when I was a little kid. I actually started working when I was like 6.5, and I was traveling around doing a lot of musical theater productions until I was about, I'd say like 11 or 12. I was mostly in Manhattan doing like really gritty independent films. So if you actually look at some of my stuff before Disney, it's like super gritty and raw and some crazy stuff. So like I did this one movie called Henry Fool that is a really cool indie movie, but very not Disney. So I also did a bunch of musical theater in Manhattan, but mostly and most notably right before I went out to LA and booked Even Stevens' pilot was a show called Parade. And Parade got like 9 Tony nominations, and it was like very high art, but it ended up getting canceled. It was at Lincoln Center, and I took severance pay, and I went out to LA for what they called at the time before streaming, pilot season, and ended up booking the Even Stevens pilot and kind of needing to shoot that a couple months later. But then after that, weirdly enough, what happened was they picked us up. I did the Even Stevens, 6 episodes in. They were about to cancel Even Stevens because the writers weren't working. And they completely took us out. I think I went up home for a while.
They weren't working like they were on strike.
No,
or
no,
what was happening?
they were just not funny enough, or like they weren't getting the tone of what.
Oh.
Yeah, they weren't getting the tone, the slapstick humor thing. They were like doing it to be a little
Right.
bit more emotional. I think like the first 6 episodes, some of them are still. I think they still used them, but I think for whatever reason they needed it to recast they rehired all of their writers. So a lot of people don't know that, but so I was home for a while after that first 6 episodes of filming, and then we waited, I'd say like a few more months, and then we went back into it. So pretty crazy. And then that was it. We had a tight creative crew. And from there, we were successful and everything kind of got back on track for it to be one of their more important shows. And then, of course, Hilary Duff's show came out, Lizzie McGuire, and that was super popular. So right around that time, they were looking to place the term synergy was like a big corporate term that they kept using. So they wanted to synergize like their talent into their DCOMs, and so they put me and Hilary and Cadet Kelly. So I think like I was just
iconic.
That's so fun.
Right place, right time, or just a matter of like, hey, we've got these kids, let's repurpose their talent and their image and brand them essentially. Because when you think about the Mickey Mouse Club, like everybody had a different brand that was in
oh yeah,
right. So it was like that kind of thing. Even the old school Mickey Mouse Club was like Annette Funicello, and like all the people there had this like different. Well, she's the brunette, and she's the blonde, and she's the this, and she's the that. So that's kind of what ended up happening, like within the
because they had you play very like serious, like no bullshit,
high achieving
right.
kind of characters,
right?
And then they had Hilary Duff play a lot of like, I don't know, I'm just the girl next door.
Yes,
kinda.
exactly.
Like, I'm just quirky.
Yes, exactly.
And then how did Kim Possible come about?
Yeah, how did you become Kim?
Kim was really rewarding because I had been sort of cast as the, more alpha know-it-all chick. But what Kim allowed me to do was show sort of more three-dimensionality to my abilities. And so I got to be more like lighthearted and girly and vulnerable with playing Kim, which seems ironic because she's like so badass. But she had...
Oh, I thought you were going to say it seems ironic because she's a two-dimensional character and
she's
a cartoon.
She is literally, she's literally
so
out of those three characters, the only two-dimensional character
that's
on
true.
paper.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
The most three-dimensional acting opportunity.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, the irony. The sad irony.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's pretty awesome of a character. I mean, she's
just like such a freaking hero character. Like, cheerleader, cool girl, and crime
saves the
fighter.
world. She's your basic average girl, but she's here to save the world.
And what more could you
You
want?
can't stop her because she's Kim Possible.
It's a compendium of coolness. Yes, she's pretty awesome. I was always struggling with my insecurities and whatnot through the years. I would say to myself, well, what would Kim do? Because like she was really inspirational to me. Yeah, she was very, very inspirational.
Oh, that's so cute. Did you have the ringtone that went da 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 da?
Never.
Because we all did.
Not once.
Oh, I did.
It's
oh my
so
God.
messed up.
Well,
I need to do that, but
it's
now it's
time
gonna
for you
just
to do that now.
It's gonna look thirsty if I do it now. I don't know.
You know what? It's the only purchase I've ever made on my phone, I think, was buying the dun 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 dun.
Right. I see what you mean. I thought you meant ever, and I was like, that's crazy.
It's the only purchase I've
ever
made.
No, also, Kim Possible was an inspiration to anyone who ever was a female or a female presenting person with red hair.
It's true.
And I know because I dyed my hair red for like a year.
Nice.
And I would always be like, I should wear a black shirt and cargo pants, like green army
Can I just say that
all the time.
I'm so obnoxious. So I live in Austin and I went to ACL, and I can't help but any single time I see a girl that has a black shirt and green cargo pants or green pants, I can't help but it's like word vomit where I'm like, you look like Impossible, and then like hoping they like recognize me. And it's like, calm down there, sis. Like, so I had to like literally I was with my husband and I was like, she looks like Impossible. He's like, calm down. And the other day he had a black shirt and green pants because he's ex-military and that's just like his palette. And so I'd never really seen him wear that before. And I was like, you look like Impossible. He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love the concept of this person who runs around screaming, you look like me!
It's so, it's like
so
the one
good.
like little thing I can't help but say.
I
don't know,
love that
I love
so
it.
much.
Now, here's a question for you.
I love that.
And this, I've been wondering this for years and years, ever
Yeah.
since I've seen the show. Ever since I was attracted to Shigo, I've just been
Yeah.
wondering.
Yes.
Who isn't, though?
Who isn't? Why does Kim Possible have pointy boobs?
Oh.
And Bonnie and Shigo have round boobs?
Okay, that's an interesting question.
It is.
Why is that?
It is interesting, and honestly, it's not as nefarious as it seems. I think she was drawn to be an Art Deco piece of art. If you can see the backgrounds and all of the set pieces, like the Middleton High School, everything is Art Deco inspired. So the pointiness and the things like that are over exaggerated to kind of all tie into one beautiful piece of art. They did do that. That's true. I don't think it was like to sexualize the character though.
I don't think so
don't
either.
think so either.
But because I'm me, I have sexualized them, and then I just needed to know.
Yeah.
I think it's just,
Yeah.
they're like, there's all kinds of bodies. There's all kind of boobs. Some of them are Art Deco boobs.
And some of them are like curvy curve boobs.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, if you rewatch KP, they actually have the girls have really beautiful hips. They have some.
They do.
They really do. They have really beautiful hips and butt.
Yes, all of the Kim Possible bodies are really beautiful.
Yeah, I love that.
That's like a kinda great thing.
Everybody's body is beautiful.
Everybody's body is beautiful.
Rufus's body is beautiful.
Yeah, Rufus's body is, I mean,
It's
come
just
on.
stunning.
Just
for me.
stunning.
And I have a funny story about the Rufus body. So I guess they were experimenting with having Rufus in the parks, but they had to pull him away because he looked too phallic.
Wait. Sorry. This is so much to process
Wait,
right now.
in the parks as in like...
Disneyland?
I
Disney World?
think maybe just Disney in general was experimenting with costuming a live costumed Rufus.
A face performer.
Yes, like a
costuming-
costume, a mascot in the parks, and
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I thought you were going to say it got pulled because it was like a tall, giant, naked person at that point.
Yeah.
But that's
No.
even crazier
No,
that
it looks like a pee-pee.
It does look like a pee-pee.
Wow.
It looks like
A pee-pee with teeth. Pee-pee with teeth.
Well, what pee-pee doesn't have teeth?
That's my band name, a pee-pee with teeth.
I don't think you want a pee-pee with teeth taking pictures with children.
That's
Any pee-pee I've
incredible.
ever seen has teeth.
Yeah, usually
and
has
takes
teeth and it
pictures with
usually
children.
takes pictures with children.
We need to edit your profile on Bumble, okay? To not no pee-pees with teeth.
Send me a dick pic. Better have teeth.
I love that.
That is fantastic. The other day I was thinking about all of the different representations of food in animation.
Oh my
and
God.
which ones look the yummiest.
Well, Syd made a PowerPoint about this a long time ago.
I made a PowerPoint presentation.
Why'd you make a PowerPoint?
During quarantine.
That's awesome. Oh, well, we
Because
did a lot of things
I
during
didn't have a
quarantine.
ton to do.
Yep.
I didn't have a ton to do,
PowerPoints?
so I made
Yeah.
a quarantine I made a lot of PowerPoints over quarantine and presented them to my friends when they didn't want it.
That's amazing.
It's the funnest thing to do.
You could have done a lot of bad things, and you didn't. You made PowerPoints, and I applaud you for that.
It's true.
That's true.
I'm a very square kid.
I love that.
And one of the quarantine PowerPoint presentations was called Drawing Taste, the Representation of Food in Animation. And one of the slides...
It's a really collegiate title.
Listen,
I'm proud of that.
And the whole thing is riddled with typos. But
Yeah.
there is a slide about the Naco, which is like the thing Ron eats in Kim Possible, which is a burrito filled with chips, question mark?
a burrito that is nachos.
You ever eat one of those?
I made one, actually, on my YouTube channel. I made one with Will Friedle. It was my first video on YouTube. So if you go and you check out
my God.
my videos, I originally started with some food content that was a lot of fun with a lot of nostalgic stars. And Will Friedle, who plays Ron Stoppable, and I made a Naco. And it tasted great.
What was it? Like a burrito filled with nachos?
Yeah, it was a burrito, and then there was a layer of chips and cheese, and then you just put all the meat and all the stuff inside. It was like a taco bar, but just with chips inside of it. Like, you know what's funny? In California, they do have French fries inside of some burritos.
Yes.
It's like a...
Yeah, California burritos.
Yeah, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like that,
Cali-
but with chips.
Okay, well, we have to make that.
Yes, you have to. Please
to
watch
make
all
that
my...
now.
Please, honey, if you want that food...
We're gonna watch it.
If you want all that iconic
Yeah.
food, I make it on all my YouTube channel, like, videos.
My brain is
What
exploding.
what is your YouTube channel
Yeah.
specifically? What's the handle?
It's just my name. It's
what's the
Christy
channel?
Carlson Romano.
Perfect. Okay,
So
well,
easy to remember.
I want you to cook through my YouTube channel.
we're going
literally
to.
will.
We're
Like-
honestly going to.
And make sure you take pictures and send them to me, okay? Text them to me.
Absolutely.
We will absolutely be doing this. And now we're doing a very niche segment.
Oh, yeah,
for
we're
this
shifting to
show.
a niche
We're going to
segment.
shift to a niche segment that we can't do in any other show.
No,
Okay.
there's no other guest who fulfills this.
So here's the thing, Christy. Olivia and I are both big sisters. We've never had an
the
older
oldest.
sister because we are the older sisters in our family.
Mm-hmm.
And we want you to be our older sister. We want to adopt you into our family that we're making right now.
Or have you adopt us, I guess.
It's already been done. That's already been done.
Okay, well, thank God.
So then, Christy, now as our older sister, we would like to do a segment called Asking Christy Carlson Romano Our Big Sister Questions.
that we never got to ask.
Okay,
we were
let's do
young
this.
children.
I love this. We should do this on TikTok.
We're going to ask you...
Can we do this on TikTok?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, this is a fun
Yeah,
TikTok.
absolutely.
I like it.
We're going to
Nice.
ask you a bunch of big sister questions that we never got to ask our big sister because it didn't exist.
Yeah, okay.
Olivia, you want to go ahead and ask
I'll
a
start.
question to Christy Carlson Romano?
Okay, I'll start. Christy Carlson Romano, what are your nicknames for us, your dear little sisters?
Oh man, my dear little sisters.
Yeah, that's us.
And any answer is correct.
yeah, because we're your dear little sisters.
Because you're our big sister.
Olivia Monster
Okay. I love that.
Cute.
I love that. That's my name
It
now.
kind of sounds like Olivia Munn, but not.
and
I-
Sidosaurus.
okay.
Oh my god, I'll take it.
I love that. I feel
like that we're both beasts.
I feel 9 again, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I feel great.
Okay. All right.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for my question, Christy Carlson Romano?
I am Sidosaurus.
Okay. Christy Carlson Romano, how does sex work?
Oh, okay. So you This is sudden and news to me that you would like me to explain this to you. I love this.
You're our big sister.
I'm
can
your
explain
big
it wrong if
sister,
you want.
and apparently you don't know. So
we don't know.
We're both 9.
We're both 9.
Oh Jesus. Okay, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. So maybe you want to go ask your mom about 9. I guess 9 is.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I
Okay.
guess 9 is like a time that would happen.
You haven't had the talk with your kids
You
yet.
want to be 11?
No, Sid, they're 4 and 2. No way.
Oh, got it. Okay.
They're just
I don't
learning
know-
about their.
I don't know what-
No, you're good. I totally 9 is probably what it's gonna happen, just based on the fact that social
Okay.
media is just so like a lot like present with all those kinds of images. So okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, this is a great question. It's the best question anyone has ever asked me, and stumping me beyond belief. Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, so basically, there are bodies, and those bodies can connect to each other, and they can make happy music and tickle each other. And usually this happens when someone is very clean and they've cleaned their bodies, and they're making sure that they very well know the person that they're tickling, and sort of having this tickle experience with them, with linking their bodies together. And also each person is very much wanting to do this. That is something called consent, and I don't think 9 years old is too early to know about the word consent. So if you don't know what consent
really
is,
not.
yeah, no. My girls already understand the concept of no and yes, and they're not required to hug anybody or do anything.
Ugh, I love that.
So yeah.
I love to hear that.
So that's it, guys.
I'm going to applaud that answer.
Yeah, that was
I'm gonna
an
applaud that
absolutely
answer.
gorgeous answer.
Okay.
Olivia, ask your big sister question.
All right. Christy Carlson Romano, how do you know if a boy likes you?
He will be a normal human being and tell you respectfully that he does. And if he doesn't, he's got issues, and you move on.
Oh, Christy Carlson Romano, that's such a healthy answer.
These are such good big sister answers.
Okay, big sister Christy Carlson Romano, how do you know when you're in love?
Oh, well, here's the thing. You can be in love with a lot of things. Mostly, it's most important to be in love with yourself. You have to know how much you love yourself first. And I think if you know how much you love yourself, and you love your body, and you love your stomach, so you eat what you want and you eat healthy foods, or you love life, and you love all the things in the world, and you know what those things are, and you have your hobbies, and you have your goals, and you have your friends, and you have your love for your family, and you also can set your boundaries for your family. And so sometimes you don't have to you can love your family, but you don't necessarily have to be around them all the time and have to say yes to everything that they tell you to. So know that you can have your own self-worth and love yourself for all that self-worth. And then you might have a clearer vision for what it looks like to be in love with another person.
Oh my God, I love that. Christy Carlson Romano got me crying in the club. That's a mouthful.
All right, so if you don't know the answer to this question, that's okay, but I've always wanted to ask a big sister this question. Christy Carlson Romano, what is a French braid?
Oh my God. What is a French braid? You are asking the wrong person. Look, I can do anything except a French braid.
Okay, you know what?
What?
Then I'm not meant to know.
You know what? I can do a French braid. I have one in my hair right now.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'm still not meant to know because I've never known, and I asked my big sister, and she didn't know, which means genetically, I'm not supposed to know.
That's true. You're not.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Olivia.
I only ever do my hair one way anyway.
Yeah.
I've just never known what a French braid is.
It's okay, Christy Carlson Romano. You've only failed us once now.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you
I
ready?
can live with that.
Here's my last question for my big sister, Christy Carlson Romano. Christy Carlson Romano, is it appropriate to make kissy on the first date?
You're 9?
Yeah, I was going to say, are we still 9?
No, now I've grown up.
Okay.
Now I'm 16.
No, you're 16? Yeah. Sure. As long as you want to do it.
Great.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what are we talking about when we say make kissy here?
I don't know. What do you think you're talking about?
I mean,
Anything
you're
you
6.
want.
Your 16-year-old is like is very child.
I think I have no concept of age.
Yo, these 16-year-olds now on TikTok are not the same
my God.
16-year-olds when we were young. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
No.
No, they don't get an awkward phase.
We knew
No.
each other when we were 16,
Yeah,
and
we-
it was bad.
We met in high school, and we were both
Yeah.
awkward
Rough.
phase.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Pen 15? I feel like you guys would love that show.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
It's
We
so
are.
good.
We were all Pen 15, like awkward growing up, like
Yeah.
idolizing, pop culture, and like just kind of trying to get by and go through that awkward phase. Like I was like that too.
Yeah.
And now I'm like looking at TikTok, and that's how we met, and it's like hard to find content that isn't super sexualized, and even
Yeah.
even when I'm making content, it's hard just to want to have a good time, and that's why I actually gravitate towards the mom humor, because it's like deconstructing all of that and kind of just enjoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I love your guys' content, because it's fun and it's still cute, but like it's fun and it's funny. And so I have a hard time.
you.
Yeah, I have a hard time reconciling today's 16-year-olds, but
Yeah.
They're
It's
struggling.
hard because there's, they
Oh, everyone's
and-
struggling. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the growing up, because I only got, social media when I was probably 14 or so. But the idea of having it
When you're
when you're
younger.
like 7, or having it when you're like even younger, and then becoming a 16-year-old, like that's just got to be so
Oh, that's
stressful.
horrifying. Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm glad that wasn't me.
But it's interesting because you talked about kind of having your Pen 15 stage and like idolizing people. Who were the people you idolized
Oh,
when
yeah.
you were like a kid?
Who were your Christy
Who were
Carlson
your
Romanos?
Christy Carlson Romanos?
I really liked Angelina Jolie. She was like my everything, my favorite person in the whole wide world. So that's
Nice.
the short answer. But there was definitely other actresses. I loved Reese Witherspoon, and I'm trying to think who else. But yeah, Angelina Jolie was my top one for sure.
Now we need to see Angelina Jolie play Ren in Even Stevens.
Oh man, or even
Yeah.
I would love to see her play Cadet Captain Jennifer Stone. That would have been
Oh my God.
Oh my
that
god.
would have been next level. the cheekbones.
Yeah, we have to spin it into a remake. They're doing remakes. We've got
to
to
do a remake.
Yes.
So yeah, we as children we like fantasized about all of our Disney icons and being in a room with them and being friends with them, and it was like a big thing.
and playing Duck Duck Goose until only one person is left
Playing
alive.
Duck Duck Goose with all of your Disney Channel friends until only one is left alive. You don't know the rules to Duck Duck Goose. And so we wanted to do another very niche segment that we can never do again.
Okay.
This is a game called Disney Icons Who Are Almost as Iconic as Christy Carlson Romano.
Okay.
Where
Fair enough.
we name Disney icons, and you say if you've met them or haven't, and if you have met them, if you have a funny story with them.
Okay.
Even if it's like a 1-sentence story of like once we both saw an apple.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it can be so minimal.
Okay.
And if you haven't met them, you can be like, no.
Okay. Okay.
Now, this one I know you've met.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hillary Duff.
Once we went shopping for Louis Vuitton purses, but I preferred Coach purses.
Oh my goodness, a humble Christy
Nice.
Carlson Romano.
I love that.
You guys,
I love that
gotta
especially
Hillary Duff.
because I just bought a Coach thing when I was
did.
drunk.
You
Yes.
did.
I did.
See?
I know you've met this one. Shia LaBeouf.
Oh boy. He used to freestyle a lot, and I definitely battled with Shia LaBeouf.
I'd pay money to see
beautiful. That's beautiful.
I would pay money to see
add
that.
another skill to your resume. Freestyling. That's like very freaking cool. Okay. Oh, here's one. Raven Simone.
Raven Simone once told me that I need to be a better businesswoman.
Okay.
Oh, was that asked for?
Indirectly, yeah.
That's so Raven.
Oh my God, that is so Raven of her to do that.
An early Disney star, later becoming an Oscar-winning star, Anne Hathaway.
Oh, I never met her. Other than the time that Other than the time that I had crossed paths with her, it was very, very like sliding doors kind of thing. We were at an audition and I ended up booking it and she didn't. And then later down in life, like I never got the chance to audition for Princess Diaries, but I was supposed to and I didn't go. And then I ended up seeing her at somebody's birthday party. It was Eric Von Detten's birthday party from Brink. And so like,
oh my God,
super random,
iconic movie.
So yeah, we were at Eric Von Detten's birthday party. That's a random moment.
He was in Princess Diaries also, right?
Yes, he was. He was the.
He played the diary.
He was Josh.
Josh.
Wow.
Kim had Josh Mankey. Remember that was like Josh is like a sexy millennial guy. Josh and Brad, but Brad was the bad guy. Brad's been the bad guy since
Always.
like the 80s.
Brad's always the bad guy.
What
Brad's
can you
always
do?
the bad guy.
Yeah.
You're cursing your kid by naming them
Yeah.
that.
Josh was always like the hot guy who was too cool for school, and Brad
Josh
was
is always the heartbreaker.
yeah, and then Brad was mean.
Brad was always doing hate crimes, Brad. And then Matt was always second to Brad as well. Matt, I think in real life. I dated a Matt who was a huge douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, God,
Yeah.
I love all that. Okay, are you ready? Have you ever met AJ Mashaka of Allie and AJ
Yes, I have.
and Phil of the Future?
I saw her recently in Australia at a Comic-Con, and I met her fiance.
I love that.
Oh my God, how's her fiance? Do we love it?
Yes, very much so. They're very in love.
Okay, I love
think
that.
they may even be married now, because that was like a year or two ago.
And then last but not least, of course, do you have any great stories with Will Friedle, Eric from Boy Meets World, and Ron from Kim Possible?
Yes, Will did do, we made the Naco on my YouTube channel, and we also went to Australia together. Shoot, no, it wasn't Australia. It was London. And I had lost my voice on the plane for some reason. I don't know what it was, but literally no one knew me from Even Stevens. And when I landed, the entire award show, Disney Channel in London had a huge award show that they don't even really have here, but it was like the VMAs, and it was for Disney Channel. And for some reason it was massive there already. They'd been doing it for a couple years. So they had it all secret hero themed or secret agent themed. And so I came to be like the guest of honor with Will and to like make an announcement and say hello to everybody. And we did a bunch of press and I still had my voice, but for some reason my voice like went out. And no one knew who the hell I was. And I traveled all that way just for my voice to poop out on me. So that was crazy.
Oh, that sucks.
That
That's like a
sucks.
nightmare.
It's never, and
That's
it's
like a
never, I have never gotten laryngitis in my life except for that one time. So I don't know what the hell happened. That was weird.
Oh my God.
Really weird.
That sucks.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Wow.
Wow, poor Kim Possible.
Yeah,
I know.
that sucks.
Yeah.
So sad. Oh my God, you know how they're doing all these like remakes of shows
Yes.
and stuff on Disney? Like they did Raven's Home and like they're doing Girl Meets World and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. We really want them to do a Kim Possible reboot.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I think that they were going to try to do that. And I think they were going to try to replace everybody. I can't confirm that, but like it seems like they were probably trying to reinvigorate it, but in a way that was like new to like young kids. Because when they did the live action, they were kind of gearing up towards that. And what I had seen with Descendants was that Descendants came and was super successful. And then they did an animated version of that because the movie was successful. And it was right around that time. So I wonder if they'll just try to reinvigorate and just put these, the faces of the movie into as the voices of this new animation, and that the animation itself would be like different animation, not what we were talking about, Art Deco. that it would be like a fresher, newer kind of thing. And so I don't think that's going to happen.
Interesting.
I don't think that's going to happen now, you know?
Well, we don't really think it should be anything like that.
No, we think it should be
Like we think it
nowadays
should be
live
like
action,
adult Kim Possible
starring you, and we should conceptualize that.
Yeah,
right?
we think it should be kind of like a Riverdale-esque kind of thing.
Yes.
Where they take Kim Possible, we make it live action.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like a sexy adult time.
like during the day,
Abso-freaking-lutely.
she's a cheer coach.
Yes.
During
you
the
know?
day, she's a cheer coach.
Yes.
And at night, she beats up all of the guys who have been Me Too'd.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
and that's like her edgy time for her.
Yeah.
I like
and then
it.
and then you're already married to Ron.
But
Yes.
he's pregnant.
He's the one who's pregnant.
Oh, that's a plot
Because-
twist. Okay, I dig that.
yeah, because I don't think Kim Possible has time.
I
to
don't
be-
think Kim Possible has
No.
time to be
she
pregnant.
could if she wanted, but I think she's now with the Me Too movement having so many villains.
There are so many villains.
She's got a full set of work every night.
Oh my God, Bill Cosby alone is like
my
7
God.
days a week.
Is he
Yeah,
like roaming the
and
streets
there's
now?
that.
What the hell is happening with that?
Yeah, he is, and that's why we need Kim Possible
why
to
we
be like,
need her
no, go home. What are you doing out?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
And then you have, oh my God, and then absolutely we have Rufus is
Yeah.
in jail for public nudity.
Right,
Yeah,
because he couldn't
apparently,
help
because
it.
he's very phallic.
He's
Yeah,
phallic.
he's
He's
very
in jail for
phallic.
that. But also, we realized last night when we were talking in the car, we were like, oh my God, he would be Kim Possible's like inside guy in the prison.
And
right?
so he would be quite literally
a mole. And because he's telling on people in the prison, he would
He'd
also be a rat. And so how crazy is that?
So Rufus is a naked mole rat.
He is a naked mole rat.
I mean, yes,
To the T.
Yes, he is, and I think he probably learns a lot more words than he already had. So maybe he has more like
Yeah.
yeah. He can speak a little.
He's
clearer.
been studying up in prison.
He's been studying up in prison, which means he can only say the words that he has learned in
And-
prison.
He can
also-
only speak in prison
and
jargon.
he's jacked. Like he's a jacked little naked mole rat.
Oh,
Yes,
With tats.
he is jacked.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God,
100%.
that's 100%
That's
true.
100%
Yeah.
it.
I mean, this is what they should be doing.
Yeah, I'm going to give Disney a call later.
Because doing anything but this is incorrect.
Yeah, this is truly what they should be doing. Like,
Yeah.
like it's exactly correct.
It's exactly correct.
This might be too personal, but did you ever like date Disney Channel people?
Yes. I mentioned this recently and quite briefly, as not to offend my husband because he's a sweetheart and I don't need to go
Valid.
all into it. But yeah, I did go on a few dates with Sean Ashmore, who was in Cadet Kelly. You know him?
Oh, the hot guy?
Yes.
In Cadet Kelly?
Yes.
Love that.
I
for
mentioned
you.
that in a recent YouTube video too. Yeah, with behind the scenes of Cadet Kelly.
Amazing.
Yes.
Well, good for you in that.
But I was
and
too
speaking
young. To
of-
be honest, I really
yeah.
was. I was too young because even though I was 16, I was a good 16. So like, I really didn't know like how to handle that. And so I went back
Same.
into like filming and stuff. And like, I was just like, I was boy crazy though. I will tell you that much. And then,
Oh, yeah.
yes, I was boy crazy for sure. Yes.
And I feel like that whole group is like it's like when you get like a high school theater department and they're all just
Yeah.
like super horny for each other because they're young and that's what happens. It's like if you're in that world of like a bunch of young Disney Channel stars, like how can you not?
If
just
you're in
be,
that
like,
world
obsessed?
of a bunch of young people, regardless of where you are, that are interested in any type of acting or theater or art
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
film,
Yeah.
you're gonna get that vibe.
You know,
no
it's
matter
weird.
what.
I would actually venture to say that there was a lot less hooking up than you think. The only people that I know confirmed that really kind of had consistent hooking up was like Shia and Margot Harshman, who played Tawny. They kind of had like a little romance towards the end.
Oh my God, that totally reads
Right.
like on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Just method acting.
Yes, exactly.
Chemistry.
Once again, Shia and his methods.
Knowing everything that you know now, if your kids were like, I
yeah.
really want to be like a Disney Channel actor, like I want to go and audition and like be like a young actor, would you support that?
I certainly would support if they wanted to be a Disney Channel actor, but I also think that there's a couple things at play. So like one is like they have to have the right personality to be on set 12 hours a day and be told what to do, and they have to be good listeners. And right now they're like literally just trying to be Buzz Lightyear for Halloween. Like that's not And then secondly is that same, right? I want to be Buzz Lightyear too. But then secondly is I just want to raise them to have an appreciation for the arts first and foremost, so that like they can actually enjoy art for art's sake instead of monetizing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. I guess my question is, like, how did you get so cool mentally? Like, you're so wise.
It's
like
true.
Everything you've said this whole time has just blown me away.
It's like a trope that like child stars end up not being necessarily super wise.
Yeah.
You are like so smart,
but you
like,
seem very
evolved.
well adjusted and like
everything
chillin'.
You say is like, oh my God, you should be a therapist.
Yeah, maybe you should be a therapist, Christy Carlson Romano.
Oh God, no. I wouldn't be able to do that. But I do appreciate that. And like I'm entering into this new phase in my career and my life that, you know, I can't be on set 12 hours a day working right now. But if I can make YouTube videos and have like intimate connections with my fans like this, then like I'm super happy to do so for a while at least. And, you know, I've been through, a lot. I'm not saying that I've been through more than a lot of people out there, because there's been a lot of trauma for a lot of people. But if I can try to use some of my experiences to kind of like guide people through hard times, then like that's a win-win, you know? So I think
that's so cool.
I'm also, by the way, like learning a lot through content creation. It's amazing how I'm sure you guys can relate, like while you're making the content, you're like, wow, I did something there. And it was funny, or I didn't know that, you know, people are going to react that way to that. Or like, oh, this is like part of who I am now. Like, it's like that whole like journey into content creation that you don't think is going to happen. But then there you are as a content creator.
That's
oh my
so
God,
cool.
That's so amazing.
That's
well,
so cool.
I mean, right after this, we're going to go and binge your entire YouTube.
Oh my gosh, thank
and
you.
also that's a call to action for our audience.
Yeah,
to
make
go.
sure that you go check out Christy Carlson Romano's YouTube channel. It's just her name. You'll find it easily.
Yeah.
And you can follow her on TikTok.
Yeah, you can follow
Instagram.
Where else can people follow you?
Oh, that's about it. Just Instagram, YouTube, and what's that one? TikTok.
TikTok. Hell yeah.
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Check out Christy Carlson Romano.
Yeah.
We are so happy to have you. This was like, wow.
It was it was a priority for me to get on your podcast when I saw that you guys were doing it. And I was like, I'm going to be on it. You know that, right?
You were one of the people who actually inspired us to make it.
It's true.
Because
Shut
your
up.
comment.
Really?
You had a
I
comment
made a
on one of our
comment.
TikToks before we... Yeah, I think before we even met you, like, or talked to you.
You were like, you guys should make a podcast. And we were like, well, I mean, I'll do anything
and I think
that she tells me to do.
I think we have a trailer where we show all the different comments
Yeah.
that wanted a podcast, and yours is the first one, I think.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which
I
is
did
so
see
funny.
that. I did see that, by the way. I did take notice of
Yeah.
that.
So thank you
You're
for
welcome.
helping
Thank
this
you.
exist.
Well, keep kicking butt.
Well, this has been Syd and Olivia Talk Shit. I'm Syd.
I'm Olivia, and that's Christy Carlson Romano.
What's the sitch, guys?
And she's amazing, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow us, you could subscribe to our channel. We're Syd and Olivia. You can tweet at us at Syd and Olivia, TikTok at Syd and Olivia. Everything is at Syd and Olivia. Everything for Christy is at Christy Carlson Romano.
Yes, the Christy Carlson Romano, I believe.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank
listening.
you so much.
And thank you, Christy. And bye. We'll see you next time.
Bye.